we are back and getting better at this YouTube thing. Even got a gimbal now, proper pro mode. So back in the gym, and today I am painting in the downstairs office. So moved it around a bit, just been cleaning up the walls, getting stuff slowly down. We've got time anyway, so doing everything properly. We've also got the spray artist here, Sai, who's here with his Mrs. Meg, and Amber's here doing some bits as well. So I will take you around a little bit later, but the purpose of the video is just going to be to answer questions we had on Instagram. So we'll do that throughout the day. So a few hours have gone by and I'm still here and I haven't filmed anything else. I have done a hell of a lot of painting, a lot of progress made. There's a lot of other things going on in the gym that I will show you in a later video. We're not quite ready for that yet, but I will go to just answering some of the questions that people have put forward on Instagram, and then we'll go and find Amber and maybe do a few of hers. First one I got is how my workout's going. Thanks for asking. They're going all right. Training in the garden. I've got 2 pairs of dumbbells, a barbell, some plates, and a fixed bench. So yeah, having to be inventive, but definitely better than nothing. Yeah, I miss the gym like everybody else. What's the new challenge going to be? Well, we might have a few new machines for when everyone comes back, so the new challenge will probably be something to do with that. Wait and see. And can I bring my dog? I think that's reserved for people who win the challenges. That can be one of the perks. If you win the challenge, you can bring a dog. Where do you see Gainz in 5 years? I think we're never going to be the sort of business that franchises out or anything like that. That's not what we're about. We really want to be part of the daily business. We want to be hands-on. I think that's where you differentiate yourself from a chain that runs its business from an Excel spreadsheet or from an accountant's office. That's not us. That will never be us. In 5 years' time, maybe we'll have a third gym, but it would be in the region so that we could be hands-on, that we could be in it every day, and we could be part of it and part of the daily operation. I see this gym in Bedford as being the absolute #1 strength and bodybuilding gym in the region, and the same in St. Neots. I think, well, we got some plans that we're working on behind the scenes in St. Neots. Same thing. We want to. We want to bed down our position and make things even better. So yeah, I'll do a separate video on what our plans in St. Neots will be. But in 5 years, yeah, I'd like to think we'd have 3 gyms in the region and that we would be, as I say, very much hands-on and running those gyms and involved in those gyms ourselves. What is next? What inspired you to open your own gym? I would say the fact that we're both very passionate about training and exercise in the gym and the whole lifestyle definitely had a lot to do with it. And to be honest, how it started in St. Neots is we went to the cinema. Well, let me go back a bit. We had the idea, we wanted to start a gym. We had done several business plans for different locations. It didn't work out. The locations didn't work. The numbers didn't work. Whatever, for one or other reason it didn't work. One night we went to the cinema in St. Neots and came out, and it was actually Amber that said, what about that unit? That would work. And I said, nah, don't be silly. And yeah, we called up, we met the agent the following week. It looked like a good spot. It was a complete shell inside, and yeah, long story short, that was the beginning. That was where it all started. And what inspired us? I mean, it's a difficult question. We're both doing things we didn't enjoy. I was doing mostly working abroad. I was working in a very corporate environment. It wasn't what I wanted to be doing. So I would say that was a huge driver, and I wanted to do something that I felt passionate about. So that was I'd say that's the main driver. Amber wanted a more a lifestyle that we were more in charge of, whereas what I was doing before was very much the company I was working for were in charge of me. You know, it was at the drop of the hat. I've got to be somewhere else, another country, and it was yeah, we didn't have a life at all. So I'd say that was a huge driver.
Okay, Alex, we've got some questions. Well, I've got a question for you. Hang on, where is it? So, George asks, any charity work this year? Have we got any plans?
We don't know when we're coming back, so yeah.
Hard to say.
Last year we worked with the food bank a lot, and we worked with the food bank at St Neots, and we also worked with the Feeding the Homeless charity, the 3 Pillars, and the year before, which was a success. We definitely work with them again. We'd like to do something in Bedford with potentially with some homeless charities.
We're not sure.
And the food bank, yeah, definitely. When we reopen, of course. We also got plans to not set up a charity, but set up an arm of the business that focuses on charity work, and that will be called Gainz in the community. So we have spent some time working on that during this time, and it will be launched once the gyms are back up and running and things are in a more normal place. So we've had Si and his Mrs. Megan today, and they've done a lot of work. That's the first bit, that's the cardio area that they've done. We're back, it's Wednesday, been at home all day, mostly doing admin, working on accounts, answering emails, that sort of thing, not just having a bit of a session in the garden. We got a question a few days ago on Instagram, and I've been giving it some thought, which is how to stay positive in lockdown. I mean, of course, I'm no expert on it, but after giving it some thought, I can give my opinion anyway. Is to stop and appreciate things. So during normal life, and I'm really guilty for doing this, I just run around and miss life. Find that I'm so busy doing things, I don't actually appreciate what's going on around me. Not necessarily with other people, but I don't appreciate basic things. And now I find myself having a shower and appreciating the hot water, having a meal and appreciating the food, thinking about basic things. Lucky that I've got a roof over my head, that I've got a partner who loves me, that I've got a nice warm bed to sleep in. Basic things that we normally just take for granted, and you find because your life has slowed down that you're thinking about these things. And the other thing I thought about was seeing the good in other people, which again is hard when life's moving as quickly as it does. And I've seen a lot of that, people willing to help other people during this time, people really coming together, people delivering food and medicine and what have you to other people who can't necessarily go out, people volunteering their time, just people being nice, just people being selfless, thinking about other people, and that's nice to see. And it happens all the time, but of course now that we're all slowing down and we see things are happening and we're faced with something collectively, it sort of brings it out in people. The next question we got was how to get into strength training if you are brand new to it. I'd say don't be afraid to start slow, start basic, with bodyweight exercises. Don't rush in head first and try and hit 7 days a week and try and build up some overcomplicated plan. Start really simple and then do research as you go. Just everything's out there. Everything's there. Just search, speak to people in the gym. There's a fountain of knowledge in the gym itself. Don't be afraid to speak to people. Most people in the gym will be happy to give you advice. Although you might not think that's how it is, that is mostly how it is. and people learn from each other. The other thing I would say is don't think it's all about training. It's also about eating well, and sleeping well. So getting your nutrition in, making sure that you're getting a solid 7-8 hours a night. Those things are equally as important as training itself. Another question we got was, is the deadlift competition in Bedford still going to go ahead when we reopen? Yeah, I'd say it is. It probably won't go ahead straight away because we'll have limitations and restrictions in place when we do open up. So we'll have to just see how we go. We'll get a few weeks under our belt when we reopen and then go from there, but definitely still going to happen. That's it from us this time round. Thank you very much for watching again, and we will see you next time.